Hello, my name is Jan Hvojan, and this is a presentation of my final project for strategic management class. It is a case study of one of the most popular airline companies in the United States, Southwest Airline. Here is a brief overview of what I'm planning on covering in this presentation. I want to talk about a little bit about history, mission, and vision statements of the company, as well as its purpose and core values. I'll talk briefly about the business model, operations, and some of the external and internal assessments that we covered in this class. We'll analyze Southwest financials, and I will propose some of my recommendations that I think that could help to make the firm even more profitable and help them to dominate the market. And I'll wrap up with a review and evaluation of some of their current strategies. The company was founded in 1967 by an investment advisor, Rowan King, and his lawyer, Herb Collier, in Dallas, Texas. Their initial idea was to start a low-fare airline that would connect three cities down in Texas: Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. In 1980s, as the company was growing quite quickly, they were the first company that started offering a frequent miles program, pretty much allowing passengers to use traveled air miles as a credit for free tickets or reduced airfares. And by 1993, Southwest was already serving 34 cities in 15 different states. And continued to methodically move across the southwestern states into California, Midwest, Northwest, all the way to Florida and East Coast. And today, the company operates more than 4,000 flights a day during peak travel seasons. Southwest mission statements focuses on providing the highest quality of customer service delivered with a sense of warm friendliness, individual pride, and company spirit. What's interesting is that the company also offers a mission statement to its employees, which basically states that all employees will be treated in the same way they are asked to treat all Southwest customers. As defined by the company, the purpose is to connect people to what's important in their lives through friendly, reliable, and low-cost air travel, and it is Southwest's vision to become the world's most loved, flown, and the most profitable airline. The values of Southwest Airlines can be defined by living the Southwest way, which involves demonstrating the warrior spirit, fun-loving attitude, and servant leadership. And all the employees are also asked to work the Southwest way with the idea of working in a safe and reliable environment, providing friendly customer service and low costs. The business model can be defined or divided into two levels. On the foundational level, it's the focus on what the firm is doing as opposed to how. On the second or proprietary level, it is which centers on Southwest's core competency and its unique operating system. Southwest Airline currently provides jobs for more than 57,000 employees who assist over 120 million passengers annually. And ever since 2003, Southwest has maintained the nation's largest domestic air carrier status. Currently, the company operates 743 aircrafts. All of them are from Boeing. and the company is committed to returning value to its shareholders. Since 2010, Southwest has returned more than $9.3 billion to shareholders through share repurchases and dividends. Porter's 5 forces model was used to analyze the industry, which was the first step of the external assessment. This model offers 5 forces that can affect the business. First one of them is the rivalry among competing firms. In this case, it is the new rival airlines such as JetBlue, Frontier, or Allegiant that can be viewed as a new competition for Southwest, and it is also the fact that Delta Airlines acquired Northwest Airlines and merged with United Airlines and Continental recently, which gave them a huge opportunity to connect their customers with a number of new destinations within the United States and the world as well. The second force is the potential entry of new competitors in the airline industry. It seemed this threat seemed to be fairly low, since there's a large capital investment for any new competitor on the market. So it is quite unlikely for Southwest to face any new competition. The third force is potential development of substitute products, which in this case is very unlikely because the airline industry still offers very safe and fast way to travel very large distance. The fourth force is the bargaining power of suppliers, which in this case is fairly high, since Boeing's got Southwest's exclusivity in terms of providing aircrafts. It is the Boeing 737 that the company uses, and switching to a different provider or supplier would be very, very high. So therefore, the bargaining power of supplier is also very high. And the last force is the bargaining power of customers. Customers seem to have very, very high bargaining power due to their price-based performance. There are new, easily accessible information technology tools that allow customers to compare flight services and prices before making the final selections. And using these services is very, very easy and doesn't require any cost. So therefore, the bargaining power of customers is fairly high. Another tool that was used to finish the external assessment was the external factor evaluation matrix, which is a tool developed to summarize and evaluate economic, social, cultural, demographical, environmental, political, governmental, legal, technological, and comparative information by summarizing some of the opportunities and threats to the company. Another tool used to finish the external assessment was the competitive profile matrix that serves to identify firms' major competitors and its particular strengths and weaknesses in relations to a sample firm's strategic position. In this case, the two main competitors were Delta and JetBlue, and all three firms were evaluated on a number of factors. In this case, we can see that Southwest finished with the overall best score, 3.32, And although this matrix aims to reveal relative strength of the companies in comparison with other firms in the industry, their implied precision might be an illusion. As the book suggests, the aim is not to arrive at a single number, but rather to assimilate and evaluate information in some kind of meaningful way to help future decisions for the firm. Another tool that was used was the internal factor evaluation, which is a tool used to summarize and evaluate some major strengths and weaknesses in the functional areas of business, and to provide a basis for identifying and evaluating relationship among those areas. Completing these internal and external assessment helps the company to come up with suggestions for future steps that could increase the overall performance and increase the profits. Next tool used in this analysis was the SWOT matrix. This matrix combines the external and internal factor evaluation and combines the suggested factors identified in those tools to come up with a new strategy that could help the firm succeed. So here's the brief overview of some of the strategies identified in that matrices and tools. And another tools used for the internal assessment where in this case the Boston Consulting Group matrix, which illustrates the differences among divisions in terms of relative market share positions and industry growth rate. Another one was the SPACE matrix, which stands for strategic positions and action evaluation. And the last tool used to complete the internal assessment was the QPSM matrix, which is the quantitative strategic planning matrix. And this matrix is used to identify two possible strategies or recommendation to help the firm become more profitable. And this matrix combines all the other strategies to identify which one of these two suggestions might be better. The two strategies I identified were first adding additional domestic and international point-to-point road options, and the second one replacing all fleet aircrafts with more fuel-efficient ones. And as a result of this strategy, I decided that the first option is more attractive for Southwest Airlines. So based on all the analysis and evaluation that we did throughout the course, I think these three recommendations would help Southwest to become more successful business. I think the next step for companies such as Southwest is definitely road expansion. I think that would help them acquire even more customers if they have the opportunity to travel internationally, whether if it's overseas or whether it's adding routes to for example Canada. Obviously, with that goes fleet expansions, maybe adding bigger aircrafts. But these are some of the recommendations that I came up with. But I'm literally running out of time here. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer all of them.